I'm going to give you the best feeds I've found for goats, and feel free to tweak it until you find what works best for your Goats need hay, especially if they are not foragers. If you have a pasture, then you'll only need to give them hay during the times of year when they can't graze. If you don't raise alfalfa but you want your goats to get that extra protein, then feed them alfalfa hay twice per day while they forage too. My goats are not in a foraging situation yet. They actually have their own lot while I'm working on fencing. A lot of my property is wooded, so I'm actually going to fence in an area for them to help clean up the brush in some of my wooded spots. So regardless of your goat keeping situation, hay is a I think I need to look into using this for my goats too. Chaffhaye is alfalfa or grass that has been cut early. They then cut it up into smaller chunks and spray it with molasses. Then they add a culture of Bacillus subtilis and vacuum seal it into a 50-pound bag. The chaffhaye will ferment while in the bag. It adds good bacteria to the hay, which makes it easier for the goats to digest. The fermentation process also adds more nutrients, minerals, and energy to their food. As you probably already know, the biggest danger in keeping goats is their digestive systems. If they get messed up, they can die very easily. So anything that There are 4 different types of grains: whole, pelleted, rolled, and texturized. Whole grains are the regular and processed grains. This is what I feed my goats along with hay. I usually feed them whole corn, but not a whole lot because too many grains is not good for them. I usually give about a cup per adult goat. My kids get a cup. Pelleted grains are milled grains or grain byproduct that have then been turned into pellets with a binding agent. If I'm honest, I don't really care for the pellets. I know many say they are great and they come medicated. I am more of a naturalist goat owner. If I can't pronounce what is in it, I don't like feeding it to them. However, it is a personal call and many people do feed them pellets. So no judgment here if that is what you decide to go with. Rolled grains are the same as whole grains, only they've been rolled. If I feed my goats oats, then I usually get them rolled. They like oats, it just depends on which store I'm at for that week as to what they get. Then there are texturized grains. They are similar to rolled, only they have other grains mixed with them to add extra nutrients. My goats love sweet feed. However, you need to be careful in how much you feed them. There is no real nutritional value in it, and if you feed them too much of sweet feed, they become junk food junkies. Meaning, if I spoil my goats a little too much, they will wake me up screaming because they have a sweet tooth. It isn't much fun. So I've learned to limit how much of this special treat they get. It also depends on what store you purchase your sweet feed. If I buy it from the chain store, there is basically no nutritional value in it whatsoever. However, if I purchase sweet feed from the local feed mill, a variety of human foods are okay to feed your goats. Foods like fruits, dried fruits, veggies, graham crackers, Cheerios, Cheetos, and even corn chips. It is basically at your discretion of what you want to try. Just be aware that snacks are just that. Too much of anything is. Goats that don't get to forage especially love weeds. We are overrun with plankton. We'll bring it to our goats by the buckets, and they love it. So they will be happy to snack on your weeds all day long. Goats like kudzu as well. We have a ton of that in my mother-in-law's woods. You can just chop them out and they'll. Just like human needs to take multivitamins to make sure our bodies get all of the required nutrients, goats need loose minerals for the same purpose. You can buy them loose or get them a mineral block that they lick. Either way, they will be happy to eat them, and you are doing your part to. I haven't fed my goats baking soda, but after reading the benefits, I'll be starting now. Remember how I've repeatedly said how sensitive a goat's digestive system is? Well, baking soda can help keep things in check. You feed them baking soda freely with their loose minerals, and this will help aid their digestion. You can buy beet pulp here. I looked it up and have not found a recipe for making your own. Though this would be an investment, the benefits are great, so you might deem it to be worth the cost. Beet pulp is high in fiber, protein, and energy. So if your goat gets bored with the average goat feed, then switch it up a little bit. I knew that these were good for my rabbits, but I had no idea all of the benefits they held for goats. Again, another item I will be adding to the list of things to try and feed them. Black oil sunflower seeds are high in vitamin E, which helps with goats' reproductive health and their muscles. They are also high in zinc, iron, and selenium. It will also make their coats shinier and will enrich the fat content in their milk. You can purchase black oil sunflower seeds here if Kelp Meal is a great source of iodine. Another great benefit of your goats eating kelp meal is that it will increase their milk production too. So this would be an extremely helpful supplement for those that raise milking goats. You can purchase kelp meal here if you ACV is great for everyone. As a human, I try to take a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar that has mother in it daily because of all of the health benefits. So if we take it for health, then why not the goats? You just add a little to their water every day. It is full of enzymes and minerals that help support a healthy immune system. If you are interested in giving ACV a try for your goats or yourself, it can be purchased here or try.
You should never feed your goats these items. Avocado azaleas, chocolate plants with oxalates such as kale, nightshade, vegetable holly trees or bushes, lilacs, lily of the valley, milkweed, rhubarb leaves.